Alright, in this lesson we're going to name and number some things and how to find the notes on the fretboard. So let's get started. So we got the strings, we got 6 of them. We're going to start numbering from the small to big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just think small number, small string, big number, big string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we got the frets here. In the neck, we got 1, starting at the top here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, and it keeps on going. Then we got the nut here. That allows you to play open, so that means if I don't put any fingers down and I just pick that string. And then the last thing we're going to number is the fret hand. Fingers on the fret hand. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the thumb. Alright, so in Western civilization music we have 7 letters, the first 7 letters of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But there are 12 pitches, so we got 7 letters but a total of 12 pitches, and we'll go over that in a little bit. So let's also now name these strings. We're going to give them a letter, one of these letters from the 7 of the alphabet. So here we're going to do a little acronym where we're going to take the first letter of each of these words and that will give you the name of the string. Elephants and donkeys grow big ears. So elephant would be E, and would be A, donkeys would be D, grow would be G, big would be B, and ears would be E. So you got 2 E's, elephant and ears, 2 E's. So let's take a look at the piano here, and we'll go over how to find the notes on the fretboard. So if you look at the keyboard here, these here are called keys, and when we go from one key to the next, it's called a half step. So from here to here, half, half. So you just keep going in half steps. Okay, and if you count, just like on the fretboard, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you're back to A. So there's 12 steps. There's your 12 notes. So if you look here, that's a half step. If we go from here to here, 2 halves equals a whole. So from here to here is a whole step. Half step, 2 halves equal a whole. So if you look, if there's a black key in between it, from A to B is a whole step. B to C, there's no black key. So from between the letters B and C is a half step. C and D is a whole step. D and E is a whole step. Look, between the letters E and F, there's no black key. So between the letters E and F is a half step. F to G is a whole step. G to A is a whole step. So you just got to remember between these 2 letters, E and F and B and C, are half steps. Everything else is a whole step. So as you see, when you go from one note to the next, it's a half step. Just like on the piano we had each key going from one key to the next is a half step. So on guitar, a half step is going from one fret to the next fret. So every fret is a half step. So as I keep going, I'm just going up in half steps. Now I'm going down in half steps. So wherever I'm at, if I'm here and I go up a half step, I go there. If I'm here and I go down a half step, I go there. Now if you looked on the keyboard, between the letters E and F and B and C, there is no black key. So between those 2 letters, the distance is a half step. But if you look at all the rest of the letters, there's a black key in between, which means there's a whole step in between those letters.